I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Brahmins, we have made it to Friday. It is Red, R-E-D. Remember, everyone deployed Shirt Friday. So we're combining our efforts with Holiday Spirit Week, red for the holidays, but also red to remember those in our military forces that are deployed during the holiday season. We want to know that we support them. All right. Don't forget, there's a football meeting today. Dual enrollment kids. Hey, if you're in dual enrollment, I need you to pay attention. Hey, flashing lights, pay attention. Your official dual enrollment schedule actually starts the day before you start back to high school classes in January. Okay, January 9th is when dual enrollment classes start. So if you are in an off-campus dual enrollment class or in an online dual enrollment class, you need to be sure that you log in that very first day or go to class that very first day on Monday, January 9th. I'm going to plaster it all over the next couple of parent newsletters. As I'm talking, my chair just keeps getting lower and lower. Okay, it's fine. All right, so congratulations to the 57 of you that passed your FSA. We got the FSA retake scores back yesterday. 57 students got the score that they needed for graduation. Super proud of those juniors and seniors for hanging in there. Guidance counselors have already been talking, and so you need to be looking at your email for communication. Okay, the last thing that I have, we have not judged the door decorating competition. By the time you're watching this, that judging will already happen. We'll be making an announcement as to who's winning. But as of right now, we are neck and neck. Miss Adams is in the lead with 71 points. She's got a pretty hefty lead over second place with Miss Smith's class in 43 points, but anything can happen. We don't know if there are socks. We don't know if there are gifts or what those doors look like. Third place is Fairchild with 41 points. Miss Sent's class is very close with 35, followed up by Miss Longberry with 32. So I cannot wait to see who gets the sweet treats. That's all I have.
I had quite a bit of emails yesterday about cap and gown orders. So Jostens, basically, when they cut that date off, you can only make phone call orders. I sent an email out to all seniors and I sent it out to teachers to let them know that they can only order, and Miss Kidd knows. So there's a problem. A lot of you emailed me, the phone's not working. You're right. Their phones went down. Oops. So I, at this point, I would say continue to call. Continue to call, leave a voicemail. The people that work there said that they do not leave unless their voicemail is empty. So they will contact you. At this point yesterday, we had 270 something students who had purchased a cap and gown, which is great. That's outstanding. That means like 40 of you don't. 30, 40, somewhere around there. So if you need that phone number, email me or look in your email because I did send it. Other than that, have a great day.
Our girls wrestling team won their first ever tournament over at Jensen Beach. I believe it was Wednesday. So girls, congratulations. I didn't get your names, but I know 3 of you were champs. There was a runner-up and 1 took third. So great job. Boys went over there as well and won their duel 67-12. And I don't know how to keep score in wrestling, but 67-12 sounds like you pummeled them, I guess. There is, as Ms. Myers mentioned, a football meeting for boys interested in football today. Grab your lunch and eat it, and then go down to the lecture hall. You cannot bring food down there, but it's just a 10-minute meeting at the end of your lunch. So that should not interfere with any other classes. Soccer also, last night, Tradition Prep, good team came in here and played. Our soccer boys beat them 4-0. So I could not believe that score, but great job. It was a rainy night. I was freezing, but I loved it, and I watched it, and it was very fun.
So I've had some questions from students and maybe even a teacher about semester exams and the whole process of the leave early slips or the checkout slips. So those do not go out until Monday. You will get them from your ELA teacher, because if we give them to you today, you might not know where they are on Tuesday. I love you, but I know how that is. So Monday, even I think that happens at the high school. Okay, so I'm not picking on you freshmen. Upperclassmen don't get them until the day before. So you will have them Monday. You will see little lines where you can cut off one for each day. Yes, you will have to have one for every day. If you do not have it, you will not be allowed to go off campus. That's just basically how it is. So make sure you bring it with you. Okay, if you lose it, okay, don't lose it. But if you lose your sheet, we're not going to print a million because we only use these just for semester exams. So if you lose it, your mom can write you a note, dad, guardian, whoever is in charge of you can write you a note and sign it saying when you can leave and how you're leaving. Either you're walking off campus or getting picked up. That will suffice. But please go ahead, you'll get it on Monday. ELA classes, take it home, put it someplace safe so you can cut off one each day and bring it in if you're planning to leave. We'll do one final rundown. Monday, I'm going to ask all of your teachers, especially if you have classes at the end of the day at the high school, if those high school teachers would please explain to the freshmen how this works so that they catch a bus and get there at the right time, because 6th and 7th period is always a little confusing the first time through. But we will get you where you need to be for testing. That starts Tuesday next week. Also, today's the last day. I know we've had our little activity scheduled today, but hopefully if you needed to get something turned in, you've gotten it in so your teachers can notify you on Monday of anybody who's exempt and you know where you stand going into testing. Ms. Myers.
All right. I just want to give a shout out to our OHS band last night. Man, were you guys good. I might have a new favorite Christmas song. I really love that Christmas Tale. It was great. Very good. And Whip, I just wanted to say, jumping off the stage, running through the crowd, taking over the podium, epic. And Miss Goggins and I talked last night. We hereby accept the public invitation to join Sleigh Ride next year. It's on. I got to start practicing. Okay. Also, I have a shout out to the girls basketball team. I left the OHS band concert, slid over to the basketball team. You guys, 2 overtimes. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, they went up against Avon Park. They have a 7-1 rating, right? So they've only lost 1 game. And our girls played with so much heart. They battled through both of those overtimes, ended up falling short just 1 bucket. So they lost 64-62. Coach Pryor sent me a message last night, like close to 11 o'clock, and just wanted to make sure that you all knew directly from him that he saw your hard work. And even though we didn't get the win, he's proud of you for being resilient. And we're going to work hard and be ready for the next challenge. So congratulations to you all. That is definitely the Brahmin way, persevering through all of that, and you'll be ready the next time you meet him. All right, today is the last day to make a difference in those quarter 2 grades. Can't wait. Remember, you're shooting for C's or higher. Make it a good one, as together we
Move forward.
And be great.
And be Brahmins.
All day.
Now that you have seen the video, let's review some of the facts that were presented. What are some of the risk factors that could place someone in harm's way of a human trafficker, runaways needing money or living in poverty, not attending school or dropping out of school, low self-esteem, social isolation, or the use of drugs and alcohol. If you notice any of these risk factors with anyone you know, please tell a trusted adult. How would you know that someone may be a victim of trafficking? Maybe that person appears fearful or anxious frequently. Maybe he or she appears to be overly nervous or tense. There could be a lack of eye contact. They may appear to be in poor health or show signs of abuse. Maybe the person is frequently absent from school. Sometimes the person can have branding or tattoos that may indicate the identity of the trafficker. As the video pointed out, traffickers use many popular social media sites and popular digital services such as cell phones and video games to contact potential victims. They groom potential victims. What is grooming? Grooming is when someone builds a relationship, trust, and emotional connection with a young person so they can manipulate and abuse them. Information that should not be shared online or through social media includes passwords, location, home and school addresses, school name, phone number, and your whole name. Traffickers also search out popular hangout sites such as malls, restaurants, and movie theaters. Please be careful where you go and what you post online. 83% of active 2020 human trafficking cases involved online solicitation. Are you oversharing your digital footprint? What do we mean by that? Let's look.
The idea of, posting and having a lot of people see it can definitely be kind of scary.
If you're a teenager, you're gonna make bad decisions sometimes.
They can screenshot it, they can do so many things to save that, and they can edit it in ways that you won't want them to.
Whether or not you think it'll go away, it's there. Anything you post online, you're stuck with.
Oversharing to me is putting too much of your personal life in front of a wide audience of people.
Posting something for the sake of showing that you're there and maybe not because you're actually having that great of a time.
Posting about things that people don't necessarily think are significant, but they're just kind of posting to be posting.
What you share and how often you share is going to affect the way that somebody views you. Just because I'm going to post all the time, that doesn't mean that you're going to get all the attention. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to like you.
For example, people have Finstas or spam accounts where they just post random stuff, and sometimes they get too personal with what they're talking about on there.
Things that are meant to be texted one-to-one, people tend to post online so 50 other people can see their plans for tomorrow or the next weekend. You could be doing something that could potentially endanger yourself by making your account public and saying too much about where you live or who you are.
When I'm in a cool location and I want to show everybody where I am, but most of the time I'll just tag where I am on a Snapchat story so people can know.
So once you put something online, it can be there forever because people might take screenshots, they might record it, they might save it.
I don't think people don't realize that it's going to be there forever. I think they just don't care. A lot of people have this mentality of what I'm doing is very insignificant. Why is anyone going to care about this?
You should be cautious of what you post. Don't post your pictures and think okay, nobody's seeing me, nobody's screenshotting me, nobody doing nothing, because people doing that, you're just not gonna know.
Your Snapchats, despite the fact that they only last, 4 to 8 seconds, they're still there. Your Instagram stories that go away after 24 hours, they're still there.
Anything that is posted, anything that's up, no matter what happens, even if you leave it up for a minute and take it down, it's there as soon as you put it up there.
No one's going to scrutinize everything that you say the same way that you might.
You are not obliged to post every second of your life in order to please what you might seem as the majority of people. So when you feel like you have to post all the time, when you feel like you have to do this in order to get fame and attention, you don't. It's not your job.
That's something you always have to be thinking about. What do you want people to remember you on social media as?
If you notice something, you can act. Ask when you observe a red flag. Care. Care by responding without judgment. Give support. Tell. Tell a trusted adult. Here are the resources and hotlines that were mentioned in the video today. Please remember to always tell a trusted adult whenever you have concerns for yourself or others. Teachers, please pause the video and use this time to discuss today's content and to review a relaxation activity already introduced in a previous video. We hope you learned from this lesson today. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals with the help of the Monique Burrs Foundation for Children and the Lawrence Kids Curriculum. Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need help or support. Teachers are available and you can always see your school counselor or talk to your parent or guardian. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.